Right, so welcome to the next part. So, as you can see, what we've done is we've set up the grid, we've set up this so we can see how many like verts and how many faces, polys and that we've got going on with our modeling. We've got the units set up, so that's metric, so we pretty much got that bit done. So the next thing that I want to do is we're going to be looking at a lot of this in detail in the lectures, but just a general overview for this um, is the actual like layout, the UI of Maya. If this is something that's new to you, um, so this is the area that we work in, and if we press the space bar, you'll see that you've got the different views. So you've got like the top view, you've got the front view, the side view, and the perspective view. Now, if we just middle mouse button, click on any of them, and press the space bar again, you'll see that we get that view. So if we middle mouse button on that one to select it, space bar, it'll bring it back to the perspective one, which is like the one that you'll be working in most of the time. So that there is the main part of your modeling window, type of thing. Right, so moving on, what we've got here at the top, we've got, as usual, with all of the software that you use, you've got your file, your edit, so this is where you'll do your saving and loading and exporting and everything from these parts. Then we've got a lot of other tools, as you can see, going along. I'm not going to go through them all. There's a lot of stuff there that you probably never use, or if you do, it'll be in the next year or two. So we'll not cover any of that, but basically, these things that you see here are also replicated in other ways. There's like different methods, and it depends which way you want to do it. So, for example, if I press Shift and right click on the mouse, it'll bring up these tools here. If I just press right click, because I've got no object there, you'll see that as we go through these things, you'll see that the menus, you've got like shortcuts for it. You can do various different ways, but for the purposes of this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you doing like so you've got these like submenus on the screen here. Okay, so like I say, they're the main menus at the top. You've got shortcut ones here for them as well, like quick access ones. You've got like the loading and the saving and undo, redo. You've got lots of other things on here, like to get your materials editor up, stuff like that. Then you've got a load of tools here which you can customize. You can create a shelf of your own and put your favorite tools in so you can access them quickly. So basically, this is like the quick access stuff. Once again, you've got more menus here. We'll go into those as we're going through it all. There's different ones. So for example, here you can have like your wireframe, things like that. Then there's different shortcut keys as well that you can use for all of that. Down here is your outliner. So as we do different things, you'll see everything starts to get listed up in here. It'll make more sense when we're actually doing it. On this side of it here, you've got like your move tool, your rotate tool, scale tool. I mean, I don't actually use these on the side. For me, it's like you'll press the buttons, which we'll go through again in a minute. So that's pretty much the basics for all you guys need to know at the moment. You've got like different sections here, like your modeling, rigging, animation, and things. So for us, we need to know that that's in modeling because that's what we're going to be doing. Up here, workspace, you've got different things you can access here. You can change it to standard or an expert or general for the purposes. Like I say, for what we're doing, we want to keep it on general. Okay, so I think like the stuff down here is a lot of it's for animation, stuff like that, for your keyframes and things, so you can ignore all of that. There are ways that you can delete all of this stuff off and everything else and make it so it's more customized, and that we'll go into that a bit later on. Like I say, for the purposes of what we want to do, I want to keep it really simple, so you're focusing on the actual, like, the modeling and techniques and some of the basic tools rather than worrying about if you've got everything like set up right and things like that. Um, so rather than going into detail about these at the moment, what we'll do is we'll start looking at what information's in here as we're going through when we're doing the modelling. So hopefully that hasn't scared you off too much. Like I say, there's a lot of stuff to take, and there's a lot of menus that's in there that you'll probably not use for a long time. So the next stage, what we're going to do is in the next short video, because I'm going to try and keep them short so you can just like follow on, have a break, follow on, so you're not getting like sort of bombarded with information. The next one we're going to look at how we can put a reference image in it and a couple of like tips as well about the reference imaging. Okay, so we'll leave that for now. Like I say, I'm going to go into a lot more detail in the lecture. We're going to go through all of these different sections in the UI, so you can make a bit more in depth about it. But like I say, don't worry, don't panic too much about any of this, because it'll all make sense in a short while. Okay.